So Maui, this is Aaron McLaughlin, candidate for Kahului County Council. As you can see around here, I'm going on a jet ski ride. While on my jet ski ride, I'll talk about some of the issues that are affecting Maui County. So here we are pulling out into the harbor right now. So as we pull out into the harbor, let me go ahead and let's get this ride started. So, let's see, where can we start? Well, Maui, okay? What's the biggest problem on Maui right now? Well, I would have to say joblessness. Joblessness, yes, the jobless rate right now is at about 7%. It's been that way for a long time. And even the people that do have jobs, most of them don't necessarily have, great jobs. A lot of them are dead-end jobs. A lot of people are working multiple jobs just to make ends meet. I know I'm doing that right now, and it's not easy. It's not easy to work more than one job just to have to pay for the basics, of living. All that. So, to me, the way I look at it, it's real simple. The biggest problem is joblessness. Joblessness has led to homelessness, okay? And as more joblessness grows, more homelessness grows. So, how are we going to resolve that? Well, it's real simple. The problem is joblessness. You solve that by adding more jobs. I mean, it's really simple. It doesn't, yeah, I'm not an experienced politician, but it doesn't require one to figure that out. Nor does it require a lot of brain surgery to figure that out either. I mean, you don't have jobs, you make jobs. Well, how are we going to make jobs? Well, we look at what brings people to Maui, what works here, and that's tourism. Tourism always has been and always will be what drives not only Maui, but the entire state of Hawaii. Okay? So how are we gonna build on the tourism industry? Well, we look at what do tourists come here for? They come here for the beach. Yeah, there are other things, there's the road to Hana, there's trails, there's all kinds of other stuff to do, but they come here primarily for the ocean and the beach. So, how do we accommodate them? We bring more businesses onto the ocean and the beach. And I know really what people are going to say. Oh, no. We don't want to become Waikiki. We don't want to become, all big corporate America. No, I understand that. And that's not where I'm going with this at all. Now, what I am talking about is more small operations on the beach, like more kayak rentals. Designate a section of each beach for jet ski rentals. I don't see how me or anybody else who wants to be a small businessman buying a couple jet skis and renting them out on the beach is in any way going to hurt Maui culture. If anything, create more jobs for the homeless people. Now I look at, the mindset, of a lot of people here, and I understand, they got their way of life and they want that protected. I truly understand that. I honestly, truly do. But where I think I do gotta see the problem in the mindset is that, they're so worried about, Maui becoming this big corporate, America like Waikiki. Well, if you don't have some growth, if you don't have, some more jobs created, more people are going to lose their jobs. More people are going to become homeless. More people are going to, get their homes foreclosed. So we got to do something to fix that. And if we don't do something to fix that, our beaches aren't going to look anything like Waikiki at all. They're going to look a lot like Kanaha used to look a few years ago, back when there was all those tents and, all those homeless, people on the beach, and people become homeless because they lost their jobs. What I want to do is create more opportunities for those people, create more opportunities so they can become productive members of society. And we do that very simply by looking at what the problem is. Why can't we do that now? And the reason why we can't is because of very simply, they've got too many restrictions on people who want to start a small business here. So like most specifically, the problem of caps. They put the number of caps on business permits, limiting the amount of growth, that can come to Maui. Now, like I said, I'm not talking about corporate conglomerates. I'm talking about small local businessmen. And by putting caps on business, there's only a limited number of permits available. And the people that are always going to get them are always the highest bidders. And the highest bidders are never going to be the small local businessmen. That's why the caps are a problem. That's why we need to get rid of them. Because they have no place. And plus, it goes against capitalism. Capitalism is about free enterprise where whoever wants the chance to play ball can do it. Now, if their product isn't very good, or their service isn't very good, they're not going to make any money on it because nobody will want it. And it'll shut down. It's called the law of supply and demand. You're supplying something that people don't want. Now, remember one thing about the law of supply and demand, is that the supply can never be greater than the demand. And if it does, businesses will shut down. And if that happens, the consumer just decided which ones we like. So therefore there was no need for the government to put restrictions in because the consumer made that decision for us. That's called capitalism. That's how it's supposed to work. In America and in Maui. And I understand, this isn't the mainland, but it is the United States. Why I'm a good candidate is because I kind of understand. I've been here for 12 years, so I understand local ways. But I am from the mainland, okay? Yeah, I'm from the mainland, and I understand how the mainland works. So I think if we can bring a little, do what we can do to preserve culture, while at the same time bringing a little bit of, mainland ideas in and understanding that, a little bit of it's good, for the preservation of Maui culture. Because we don't want to ruin Maui culture, but at the same time, if our beaches are dirty and littered with vans and tents and all that to me is much more detrimental, than anything to the local culture. Because we want to keep our beaches beautiful, and that works two ways, not just one. That is my biggest platform at this point in time. I want to keep Maui beautiful. The other thing is, look at all these jet ski laws out there. They don't. You believe me right now? I'm riding in very bad conditions right now over here at Kaualui, man. It's miserable. Kaualui's great, I love Kaualui Harbor. But jet skis are best. On Maui anyway, they're best ridden at Kihei, where the water's more flat and calm, and you can really do your thing. Whether you want to thrill craft or jet ski fish and all that. Problem is the legislators decide I can't ride my jet ski right now because for whatever reason they think my vessel is more dangerous to a whale. Well, look at the size of this thing. You honestly think I can't get out of the way of a whale if I see one? If anything, I have a better chance of getting out of the way of a whale than any other vessel does. Not only that, I got a jet propulsion engine. A jet propulsion engine. Meaning primarily that I am not going to hurt a whale at all with this vessel. I am no danger to a whale. So we really need to do something about getting that law changed. It's really not. Now it is reasonable to say, okay, you know what? You guys have to follow the speed limits, and you have to stay a certain distance from the whales. Yes, I understand that. That's the law. Every boat follows that law. Jet skiers are no different. If you see a jet skier out there harassing a whale, and doing what he's not supposed to be doing, then by all means, yes, you prosecute him, and you prosecute him hard, and DLNR confiscate his jet ski. But get him for what he's doing, not because he's driving a jet ski. That is a law I think needs to be changed. I mean, I know plenty of jet ski fishermen, that are very successful, like my guys Pat and Trent. They're really awesome jet ski fishermen, and they would love to be able to jet ski fish down in Kihei this time of year. They're saying that the fishing down there this time of year is cherry. And if they want to go down there, they got to go ride a boat. And they both told me on several occasions that, you know, a jet ski is just better, you know, for spear fishing than a boat is, because it can get there quicker, it's more maneuverable. Plus, if they dive down in the water, they can actually use the jet ski itself as a buoy. I mean, it's just really an awesome thing what they do. It's really awesome. You know, so there's some things I want to change. You know, Maui. I think, you know, Maui's beautiful. I've lived here for 12 years. I wouldn't have done that if I didn't love Maui. However, you know, it scares me right now to think, you know, what's going to happen if some changes, some much needed changes aren't made. I mean, I got my 2 children, Neil and Brady, and soon we got 2 more coming here. And I just see it from a standpoint of what's going to happen. What's going to happen if I don't have those opportunities? You know, if they don't have those opportunities because no changes were made. So I decided, you know, to step up and fight for what I believe in. I'm going to run for that county council. So if you believe in what I fight for, vote McLaughlin, County Council. That's all.